Hey, what is up, my Tacoma friends? My name is Alex and welcome to my channel. I hope that you are all doing great. I installed my 1.5-inch KSP Performance wheel spacers back in November 2020, which was just last year. And you can actually check out that installation video by clicking on this link up here. And since that install, I put on about 3,500 kilometers on my Tacoma. And out of that, about 1,500 kilometers were towing kilometers, just pulling my 4,000-pound camper trailer. And besides that, my wife and I just drive the truck under normal driving conditions, just for daily driving, and some subtle up and downhill drives, but nothing major really. Since I'm doing a tire swap today, I figured that this is a good opportunity to evaluate the current state of all the wheel spacers. I'll be putting together a little review for you guys, and stick around. Let's take out each tire and let's see how these babies are holding up. So we will be taking out each wheel and basically looking out for any cracking, warping, stretching of the lug nuts, and just want to make sure that the wheel spacers are still totally flush against the hub. I just want to point out again that if you are jacking up or lifting up your truck, make sure that you're lifting it on the proper lift points, and always make sure you support it with support stands, and always put a wheel chock in the back, and also pull up your handbrake just for safety. So basically what we're looking for are some cracking, warping. Make sure that the lug nuts are not loose or stretched, and the wheel spacer is still totally flushed up against that hub. So everything looks okay. Everything looks so good to me. This is a hub centric wheel spacer. I have to check that as well, make sure there's no wearing, and everything looks to be in good shape. Okay, so this one looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and check the other ones. This is the driver's side, and as far as how it's sitting, everything looks to be flushed. There's no cracking, no warping. Lug nuts look okay, look great. Center hub looks good. Yeah, so this one looks pretty good as well. On to the next one. Yep, it's sitting nice and flush. No cracks, no warping. Everything looks good. Lug nuts are nice and firm. Yep, this one's sitting pretty good. Last one here. Just checking again for cracks, for warps. Check the lug nuts. Center bore, some dirt there, but yeah. Sitting pretty tight. All right, so this one looks pretty good as well. So it looks like all the wheel spacers are holding up pretty well. There's not much to say really. I mean, we've checked for cracking, for warping. We checked to make sure that the lugs and the lug nuts are in good shape, and also that the wheel spacer is sitting flush to the hub, and everything looks good. I just want to point out three things. So for those of you who are looking into installing or buying wheel spaces to your truck. I hope that this will help out. So number one, always buy a good quality hub-centric wheel spacer. I mean, KSP Performance, Spider Tracks, Red Country, Venom, these are good names and these are proven in the industry. You definitely want a hub-centric wheel spacer, as this evens out the weight distribution instead of relying on the strength of the lugs to hold the load. Number two would be proper installation. Although these wheel spacers are made of high-grade aluminum forged material, it's very important to follow torque specifications using a properly calibrated torque wrench. If you do them too tight, you can stress the material and create superficial cracks, and eventually with all the constant bumps on the road and when you're on the trail, this could turn into a much bigger crack and causing it to fail. And don't forget to use thread locks. If you've seen my initial video on the installation of it, I use the blue removable Loctite just to have an additional and more secure installation. And number three, always check these at least twice a year. So every time you do tire rotation, or if you do an oil change, I think it would be a very good idea to check them as well. I hope that I cleared a few things up for you. Please post any questions or comments down in the comment section below. Again, to my subscribers, thank you for following me. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope that you'd consider hitting that subscribe button. I'll be seeing you on my next video. But for now, always look out for yourself. And if you can be anything, please be nice.